Might as well go live when the largest contract in MLB history is signed. What does this mean for Alex Bregman, the Astros, or the other free agents out there? Let's go ahead and talk about it right now.
Jainel Diaz, this is Locked On Astros.
Hello and welcome to Locked On Astros, your daily Astros podcast. Here are your hosts, Eric the Man Heisman and Brett H-Town Wheelhouse Chansey.
Hey, everybody, thank you for tuning in to Locked On Astros. I'm H-Town Wheelhouse, and this is your daily Astros podcast. Yes, of course, it is another edition of Locked On Astros, the fourth show of the day. That's why we love this stuff, because we get to talk about it all the time. Now that we are here, make sure you make FanDuel, America's #1 sports book, your first place to go when you're placing that first $5 bet as a new member. You get $150 in bonus bets. That's right. We are back. Make sure y'all can hear me. I'm having some technical issues here on my end. I want to make sure that y'all can hear me loud and clear. So just give me a thumbs up or say yes. When does the salary cap get bumped? Well, there is no salary cap. All right. Thank you, Jesse, for saying that. I appreciate it. So luxury tax. Well, gosh, he's busted through it. Now, here are a couple details about this signing. Okay. 15 years, $760 million. John Heyman had it first, and Juan Soto's contract has zero deferred money. There is an opt-out after the 5th year. It was probably the opt-out that got him to be with the Mets. So it's possible that he will not play out this entire contract. If the Mets cannot deliver on championships and they do what they've done when they've signed Verlander, when they've signed all these players, Max Scherzer, are they going to re-sign Pete Alonso now? Is Pete Alonso gone? Is Papa Cohen going to continue to sign more? It is just one of those. My wife's response was 15 years. We can hear you. Good job. But yes, $765 million. None of it is deferred. Now get this. Juan Soto turned down a 15-year, $440 million contract from the Nationals in 2022. He then went on to be traded. That's when I believe the Nationals got J.J. Abrams and a bunch of other players. So now he waited. And he cashed in. He doubled his findings, 765 for 15 freaking years. Just think about this, where we've gone, how far we've come from the days of Nolan Ryan. Okay. Let me see. What year was it that he signed for, I believe, $1 million? So Nolan Ryan became the first $1 million man in 1979. Okay, the Astros signed him for a 4-year, $4.5 million contract. That's 1979. Okay, so that's 1979. We're in 2024. 45 years later. 45 years later, we're paying players $765 million. Wow. Yes, I will discuss this with Mike Stanton. We will do it back to the bullpen tomorrow night. Mike wanted to give the winter meetings a day to really get going, so we'd have a little bit more news. But so yes, we will talk about it. Insane money. Mike knows that the money that's being thrown around today doesn't even compare to his time on the bump. If y'all don't know this, Mike Stanton actually is second all time. Okay, he is second all time in appearances by major league pitchers. The only person that has more appearances than him in major league games is Jesse Orosco. Dude, call me an old head, but no major league player is worth more than $250 million. Now, I will say this in defense of the money and the contract. Okay. Oh, wow. Juan Soto's agreement, 15 years, $765 million contract, includes a $75 million bonus. What are we doing? Oh my gosh, he got over $750 million. Now, So he's getting, oh my gosh, 765 by 15. That's 51 million a year. So let's just say he does it for 5 years. Okay. So if he goes for 5 years and opts out, he makes 255 million plus his $75 million signing bonus. He still makes 333 million in 5 years. That is insane. That comes out to $66 million a year. Oh my gosh. This is insane, folks. No, the Mets will not sign Bregman. Bregman is going to want between 180 and 200. They're not going to sign Bregman. They don't need Bregman. Either the Red Sox or the Yankees, if the Astros don't get him, I still think Bregman signs in Houston. If the Astros don't get him, then he signs in Boston. He may sign in New York. And I hate thinking about that. Generational wealth from a signing bonus. Dude, generational wealth from 10% of the signing bonus. I mean, how is 10 million not generational wealth? I remember when Carlos Correa was up for his contract and the Astros offered him, what was it, 160? It was like, he wants generational wealth. He wants 300 million. I'm like, bro, if 150 million is not generational wealth, then you're doing something wrong. If 10 million isn't generational wealth, you're doing something wrong. Come on. He is not being cheap, Omar. We've got the 5th highest payroll in Major League Baseball. We're not cheap. Okay, I'm going to try to explain this, and I hope that y'all are listening because I have said this before. And Omar, you may not have been a part of this conversation, so maybe this is new to you. But look at the New York market. Look at their market share, how popular they are. The Mets, the Yankees, okay? Even the Red Sox. Look at the market share the Dodgers have. Now, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I would say that the Houston Astros are nowhere in the top 5, possibly in the lower part of the top 10. And that is their market share. We're not a small market team. We're not a big market team. We're a upper middle class market team, okay? We're in the upper echelon because of our winning the last 7 years. But our market, like people in Minnesota are not buying Astros jerseys unless they're from Houston, Texas. I know one fan that's from Buffalo that's a big Astros fan, Trev, but he comes that by way of his cousin works for the team, okay? But that is my argument there. I get it. I understand. It feels like Jim Crane is cheap. He's not. He's a smart businessman. That's right. $1 billion TV deals. That's a big deal. Space City Home Network, not a $1 billion TV deal. Space City Home Network, peanuts compared to what they get with the Yes Network. Okay. So someone from a burner account within the Mets apparently had this, okay? I'm posting this on a burner account so I do not get anyone in trouble. So if you want, this was on December 6th. So if you want to take it with a grain of salt, you can. I am told Juan Soto has made his decision to sign with the Mets, 15 years, $745 million on a creative deal. Announcement will be on Sunday. Well, if that was correct, then that dude was correct. And he got 4.2 million views. Apparently, the burner accounts gave it to us, not Carlos Beltran's niece. That is crazy. I put Mets, who dis? Who? Dude, what a wild night. I am tweeting on X while I'm talking to y'all here. Yes, 15 years. That's right. 15 flipping years. Of course, as we do, even though this is a bonus episode, we got to let our sponsors know that we love them. So let's hear from Omaha Steaks. Nothing delivers comfort and joy quite like the unrivaled quality and the taste of Omaha Steaks. This year, skip the holiday hustle and bustle and save 50% off site-wide during their cyber sale at holidaysteaks.com. Plus, get a $30 reward card when you shop early and score an extra $30 off with the promo code MLB. With 5 generations of experience, Omaha Steaks consistently delivers the world's best steak experience, and their gifting experts have made it easy to deliver the perfect gift with thoughtfully curated gift packages starting at just $89.99. That's right. From legendary steaks to mouthwatering desserts and more, save 50% off site-wide during the cyber sale at omahasteaks.com. Plus, our listeners get an extra $30 off with promo code MLB and a $30 reward card when you shop early. That's 50% off at omahasteaks.com and an extra $30 off with promo code MLB. Minimum purchase may apply. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in to Locked On Astros. I'm H-Town Wheelhouse. This is your Daily Astros podcast. And yes, we are here. We are live, and I really appreciate y'all stopping by a 4th time. I love it. I love it. You're going to see more of a discrepancy between the small market and big market teams. Exactly, you are. Shohal Akmal, I hope I said it right. I probably butchered your name. I'm sorry. He said, let's go after Arenado. As crazy as the deal is, I am sure he's back in the National League. Oh, I'm glad he's back in the National League. Yes, I'm glad he's not with the Yankees. The Yankees had 1 year with them. Oh my gosh, Yankees fans were telling me all day, Brett, you don't understand. The Yankees have legacy. We are the gold standard. I'm like, y'all haven't won since 09. They're like, well, the Mets haven't won since 88. I said, y'all aren't going to outbid Steve Cohen. Y'all are not outbidding Steve Cohen. There's no way this side of heaven or Hades that you're outbidding Steve Cohen. There's just no way. I mean, at the end of the day, you're not doing it. And they obviously did not do it. Wow. What a crazy, insane deal. It's the Mets wanted it all along. So the question now is, with Juan Soto heading to the Mets, John Morosi says Anthony Santander and Teoscar Hernandez will be the focus for teams willing to spend big on an outfield bat. The Yankees, Blue Jays, and Dodgers are in that category. Now, hang tight. I will be right back. I've got to take something out of the oven. I'll be right back. And we're back. Thank y'all for hanging in there. So sign the polar bear. Where the Astros go now? Well, Savage AF. This is what I think. The Astros right now are like, okay, now that Juan Soto signed, that's actually a relief for the Astros. Now that's out of the way. They can really batten down the hatches for Alex Bregman. That is my opinion. The New York Yankees had not been 90s New York Yankees since 2009. Yeah, no, they were. Ask Mike Stanton about that. Nothing like that is. We got 69 of y'all noise watching on the late night edition, the 4th edition of today. This is insane. I just wish I could sit here and tell you Alex Bregman was a Houston Astro again. Dodgers TV revenue, Matt McNeil says, is $8 billion a year. The what is this? Guess what? The Astros are playing the Mets on the home opener. Wow. Are you really? I wasn't aware of that. Let me look at the schedule for 2025. That's our opening. That's the first game. No, that is for spring training, I believe. Opening day, I don't believe. Are you sure? Give Game 1, no. Space Cowboy. Oh, yeah, you're right. Astros home opener. Their spring training opener and their home openers against the Mets. They play on the 27th. Wow. So the Houston Astros will play the Mets on their home opener. Omar, good job. Thank you. Sorry I doubted you. I literally didn't remember that. I did not remember that. So I appreciate it. I broke the news to Brett. You broke the news to me about what? What did you break the news to me for? Is Christian the guy that was talking to me on X? Hope we don't get swept again. I don't think we will. Okay, Juan Soto, yes. Okay. So I know who's speaking right here. Interesting that the burner accounts brought it. I mean, this burner account literally is from December 6th. That is insane. And so, okay. So what if scenarios? What if the Astros, okay, number one, we're not signing Trevor Bauer. There's not a single team in Major League Baseball that's going to touch him with a 10-foot pole. And I'm not even talking about the morality stuff. I'm not talking about stuff he's accused of or not, or did or didn't do. I'm not talking about any of that stuff. I'm talking about the guy's locker room character. He was a terrible teammate. He was combative. He pitched a fit like a baby. He once chunked a baseball 300 feet into the stands or center field because he got mad on the mound. He's a big crying baby. Crying Bauer is what we should call him. The dude trolled the Astros like no other. Bauer is not going to sign here. Bauer's not going to play Major League Baseball. I really doubt he ever plays again. And if he does play again, you can go back and replay this and I'll eat my crow. But I don't see it. Here's the thing. He's an interesting character just on personality alone. He's really smart and he has really interesting conversations. He knows a lot about baseball. He's very cerebral as a pitcher. The problem is he's a narcissist and he's an egomaniacal maniac. That's what he is. He's egomaniacal, period, in the story. The Astros don't need that, especially if you're going to lose Bregman. You want that guy coming into your clubhouse? Man, you might as well yard sell it like freaking what's his name? Drayden McClain did. So that's just my 2 cents. I know there's a lot of people that would say they would sign him, but until a major league team even says they're entertaining it, it's unreal. Must be nice someone said to have unlimited funds. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. So if he's making $51 million a year, okay, let's say he plays 150 games. Okay. Oh my gosh. He's making $2.9 million per game. I'm not even gonna break down the pitches. Is this Framber's last year? Yeah. No. Okay. So this is Framber's last year, or he becomes a free agent, not or he gets traded. If he's traded, he gets traded this year. Framber Valdez would have to be traded this year. Again, I talked about Ryan Presley. Oh, I forgot to put my new backdrop up. Some stuff here. Here we go. So what does this mean for Bregman? Does this mean Bregman signs here? Does this mean Bregman gets 200 plus? Does this mean the Yankees say, you know what? Screw it. Let's just piss off the Astros fans. Let's go get Bregman. I think if Bregman moves on, we go after the polar bear or Correa. I don't think they're bringing back Correa. I just don't think. I just don't think that we're gonna go get Correa. If I'm being honest, guys. Correa's got too many injuries. I mean, really? Oh, you said or Correa. I thought it said and Correa. Framber for Vlad Jr. Well, they both have 1 year left. Oh, the Dodgers side Trinan. Interesting. Okay. Something I didn't see yet. Let's go in. So Blake Trinan gets signed. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Trinan. That guy's name is so It's so interestingly spelled. Trinan. Let's see. Yep, Dodgers signed Trinan to a 2-year, $22 million deal. So the relief market isn't that inflated, but the more that guys sign, the fewer that will be available. I guess the price goes up. Look, if the Astros are going to sign a relief pitcher, they need to do it now. Can someone say Bobby Bonilla? Oh, no, this is way better than Bobby Bonilla. Yeah, no, hey, Ted, I actually talked about that earlier. 1979, 1980, $1 million. That was 1980. That was what, 40-something years ago? Insane, right? 2024, we're already signing players to $750 million contract. $750 million. I mean, think about, do y'all remember the Alex Rodriguez signing in Texas, the 10 years, $250 million? And I believe at the time that was more money than George Bush actually paid to purchase the Rangers. I remember thinking they're going to pay a player more than they paid to buy the team. That's right. Kirby Puckett was, I remember that. Kirby Puckett was the first $3 million player. Well, hey, after these messages, we'll talk some more. Let's hear about FanDuel. Are you ready for some football and a Monday night party? That's right. I remember that song. I know you do. FanDuel is helping you tackle the action this year. FanDuel is America's #1 sports book because right now new customers can bet $5 and you get $150 in bonus bets. That's right, $150. FanDuel Sportsbook app gives you everything you need all in one place to place live bets. You don't have to go all over the internet to find what you're looking for. In the middle of a game, if you get a hunch, you can view play-by-play action, so much more on the same page you place your bets. So just visit FanDuel.com and join today. You'll get started with $150 in bonus bets if you win your first $5 bet. That's FanDuel.com. Never waste a hunch and make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. Monday night party. Again, thank y'all for tuning in to Locked On Astros. I'm H-Town Wheelhouse, Locked On Cooking. That's right. Hey, man, we've been Locked On Cooking before. Remember when we were cooking spaghetti for Arrighetti? We'll have to do that again. The Astros, whatever. The Astros just signed Corbin Burnes, Max Fried, Pete Alonso, and re-signed Alex Bregman. Bro, if you don't stop capping, I'm gonna put you in timeout for about 5 minutes, okay? So I do not want to hear that. Do not be bringing that hua over here, okay? That is not funny. We don't play with free agents. That is not something that we actually do. We got to be truth tellers in here. So Blake Trinan is the only one that we know tonight that is signed after Juan Soto. Yeah, nice one, Christian Ramirez. I'm going to delete that comment as to not throw anybody off. We should just start rebuilding. Oh, the farm. I thought you meant rebuilding. Well, you got to trade Presley. You got to trade Fromber. You're going to have to trade Tucker. I mean, if you're going to rebuild the farm system, you got guys you can move, but you're not going to move Tucker. I don't see them trading Fromber unless they get the right look. Hey, I'll tell you this, Ball Cap Sports, Jim Riley over there told me that he's doing an episode on his channel tomorrow about my idea of trading Fromber Valdez for Tristan Casas. And I would like Tristan Casas and at least one or two other players in that. I want one of their top prospects and I want one of their relief pitchers. So if I'm doing that, if I'm trading Fromber Valdez, I'm going out and getting a starting pitcher. Okay. Someone asked about Penn Murphy. He was actually picked up by the White Sox. So he is no longer with the team. I mentioned that because someone asked about that earlier. All right, now, so free agents. Let's see who is available now because they take people off the board when they are not available. And if we're looking at starting pitching, let's just say the Astros do the crazy thing and they do trade Fromber Valdez, which I have no indication that they are. Do they go out and pay someone like a Max Fried who's a free agent? Or is he going to be too expensive? Is he going to be that person that you're paying? And the reason why you traded Fromber is because you didn't want to pay him ultimately. Alex Cobb, Jose Quintana, Sean Manaea is an interesting name. Getting a lot of, he's 32, getting a lot. Kyle Gibson, he's 37. Good Lord. It's hard to believe that kid's that old. I thought it was younger. Cal Quantrill would be a name to look at. I mentioned these earlier. I don't know. There's not a whole lot that moves the needle for me starting pitching wise. I think you're going to have to wait until probably mid-season. If, I don't know. Like, does a Fromber trade ever happen? If you can get someone back and get people back for him, yeah, you do. Yeah, I agree. Fried is most likely. Actually, I think it could be between Boston and the Yankees. It could be between the Yankees and the Dodgers. It could be between the Yankees and the Mets. Guys, the Mets aren't done. Trade Fromber for Crochet and maybe sign Corbin Burns. Corbin Burns, I would say almost guaranteed he's got 3 places. Boston, New York, or San Francisco. He's going to one of those 3 places. He's not going anywhere else. So will Dana and Jim sign Bregman to keep the train moving? And is that what it will take to keep the train moving? Question, fam. Do you think it's a requirement that you have to have Alex Bregman to compete in 2025? If you don't have Alex Bregman, do you compete? How is McCullers doing, Savage? He's doing great. I mean, his rehab is going great. But he still obviously has been 2 years without throwing a pitch. So until he does rehab starts and we see how he's doing, we won't really know how he is doing. So Ramirez says no. Trade Fromber and then sign a veteran starter. Right. No, that's what I'm talking about. So do you go out and get a Cal Quantrill, someone like that? Do you go out and get a lefty because you got rid of a lefty? Do you bring back in a lefty? Hey, how about Wade Miley? Just joking. He's 38. No, not the Wade Miley experiment again. See, Jack Flaherty just doesn't do it for me. He's a righty. I'm looking at lefties. John Means business. He's 31. I don't know. Didn't he deal with the major injury? Let's see. Let me look at his injury history. Arm, elbow. Oh, he had Tommy John twice. Oof. John Means can be an animal when he's on. But when he's injured a lot. He's injured too much. He was 12-11 in 2019. And yeah, no, probably not. Last time he pitched over 100 innings was 2021. The dude can't stay healthy. So no, we don't want to get damaged goods. Crochet is tied up. Yeah. With Roberts in a big trade. I agree with that. Crochet's not coming here. The White Sox aren't going to trade with us. Yeah, man. Losing Kikuchi hurt, but I think they overpaid for him. And I know I said 3 for $60 was not an overpay, but 3 for $63 was. And I wasn't thinking about what that sounded like that second time around. But pass on all injured players. Well, let me tell you, if you go look at the injured player list, it's unreal. The teams that have injured players is craziness. Okay. I got people tweeting on me. Bregman, Fried, and Walker to the Yankees is what someone's telling me they think is going to happen because the Yankees lost out with the Mets. The de facto signings are going to be Bregman, Fried, and Walker. Wow, that would suck. That would suck. But hey, I did say 15 years, $750 million by the Mets. I was pretty close. Pretty stinking close. But guys, I'm probably going to shut it down here. I am wiped out, and the Astros haven't even done anything yet. But you know what? That's why no show does more. The Astros need leadership in the field. And that is Bregman. I'm telling you, they're not going 7 years. They're not. From what I've been told, they're holding firm at 6. I think they offer Bregman 6 years. I think they offer him, if they offer him 185 for 6 years, that's $30.8 million. That's a lot. It's a lot of money for Alex Bregman. They're not going to go a 7th year on him. I don't know the real story. I just know he had surgery on it. Astros will sign someone one day before opening day. Well, I don't know. We'll see. But hey, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to Locked On Astros. Again, I am H-Town Wheelhouse. Hey, Brett, why didn't you go to the Nutcracker? Why didn't I go to the Nutcracker? Because I'm not a Nutcracker fan, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like, Eric apparently got free tickets, so him and his fiance went. I'm not a Nutcracker guy. I don't like the ballet. I've been to like one ballet, and that was one too many. Probably don't ever see myself going again. Sorry, ballet fans. Not a big fan. So anyways, thank y'all for tuning in to Locked On Astros. I'm H-Town Wheelhouse. This has been another great episode. Thank y'all for tuning back in for a fourth time today. It's amazing. Y'all are amazing as always. And y'all have a good one. And we will talk to y'all tomorrow night, hopefully with an Alex Bregman signing and some news on other people they're looking at. Let's go.